Hey guys, Brian here from Stogie Review at IPCPR 2015. I'm here with Michael Giannini, and he's going to show us what he's up to. What's going on?
So Brian, thank you so much. Here we are in New Orleans, and I want to show you the new projects under Foundry Tobacco Company. So what I've done, I've reimagined some old classic Cuban brands we've had within General Cigar, reimagined them in the Foundry way in my vision. So I took Ramon Allones, and what I did is I went through the library and I went through every wrap set, every band, every edging strip, and I repurposed them, did this really cool collage. I also did the same thing for Bolivar. The reason I wanted to do this is we've owned these trademarks for over 30 years. These brands have been around for 100 years. So these are ours, and some folks have used these and they don't have any Cuban equities, and we do. So I think I've created some classic brands today, and if not classic brands, 10 years from now. What I did with the blends themselves is I really geeked out about them. And my learnings from that was from the days when I blended Syrah Esteli and Syrah Black. What I learned from that was to get Nicaraguan tobacco to bring out some flavors, you got to go to different places. Otherwise, it's very one-dimensional. So I went to specific farms. I went to 3 farms for Ramon Allones, and I picked a leaf from each of these farms. For Bolivar, I went to 3 other farms and pulled a leaf from each of those farms. The reason I did that is I used to be a chef, and the chef had 2 rules. Number 1, if you're going to take an ingredient and put it in a dish, make sure that you taste it. If you can't do that, you're never going to be a chef. Get the hell out of my kitchen. Rule number 2 was don't waste my freaking ingredients. His mentality, and then he would hit me, of course, but
yes.
That was never fun. But his idea was you have to have a reason and a purpose to use something because you want your customer to be able to taste that, and that's how I blended. So that's the reason why I wanted to do that. So for Ramon Allones, I added a Nicaraguan binder and I added Sumatra wrapper on it. And then for Bolivar, with the 3 Nicaraguan fillers from those 3 different farms, I added some Honduran, bound that with an Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, and I used a Habano seed Connecticut wrapper that we've been using, that's about 7 years old that we use. And let me show you a cigar. Whoop. Look how dark and oily that is.
Very dark, very oily.
Then I used an unfinished foot, pigtail head. And the reason I wanted to do the unfinished foot for both of these brands is because when you light up the wrapper, it becomes a silent salesman. You get the aroma and bouquet out there, and it's the appetizer before you get into the entree. And then the blend just kicks in, and you get this beautiful, beautiful taste. So, all that saying, 2 years ago when I started this project, I went to a vertical trade tasting of 12 of the classic Cuban brands from that forbidden country. What I learned 2 things was, 1, they all tasted the same to me, and also they had very light wrappers. So when I blended these cigars, my thought was, when I get a new ingredient to cook with, I could just insert one of those leaves for both of these brands. I've changed the profile. The other thing I learned is light wrappers are not that much appealing to consumers right now. I like dark, oily wrappers, and I think consumers are going to go down that path. As everything is happening right now, where we all think that the Cuban embargo's dropped, guess what? I was smiling. And then this week at the IPCPR, we're opening up an embassy. It made me smile even more because it just fit into my master plan of, listen, everybody now thinks you can get Cuban cigars. Guys, you can't because the embargo hasn't dropped and your retailers don't have this product. But all I have to say to you, if you want a classic Cuban brand, let me show you what I have.
Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Brian.
Appreciate it.
Hey guys, I'll talk to you soon.